Well, ladies and gents, it would seem Aquaman 2 is bombing. It's doing better than other DC properties, but it's going to bomb this weekend. And if it doesn't have legs moving forwards, it will be an epic failure. So this is our current box office. This is coming in from Thursday. So we've got it open for quite some time now. We can take a look. You've got to remember, Aquaman 2 had a fairly large budget. Its break-even point is... well, boy howdy, it's quite high. So it's estimated to pull in across a 4-day weekend, because that's important. 4-day weekend, $43 million on a $205 reported $1 million budget. But we know that this film's been sat on for some time. We know that they had multiple reshoots, so it's not looking good. It's not looking good at all. So let's take a look, dive into this today. Hit subscribe if you're new here. I've just done a review of Aquaman. I'll leave it linked above. Go check it out. I'll be keen to hear your thoughts if you've seen the movie. So, this Christmas box office, basically Warner Brothers. They've got Wonka, Aquaman, and The Colour Purple out. And it's Warner Brothers that's basically taking home the box office this weekend. There should have been something else out, but whatever. It is what it is. Migration from Illumination seems to be doing okay as well. But yeah, like I said, Aquaman. This is gonna be the second flop this year that is a sequel to a $1 billion movie, which I just think is hilarious. So the first one was, of course, The Marvels, which is a sequel to a $1 billion movie, Captain Marvel. But what does this tell us? Does this tell us that people are just fed up of these films? They're just not interested anymore? I mean, is it the fact that DC's dead? What is it? Leave your thoughts down below. So, Warner Brothers' DC Aquaman Lost Kingdom gets a B cinema score. That's quite bad. A B cinema score is not good. And funny enough, the first installment had an A-. Now, Friday, it had $13.7 million. On the Friday, and I think that's also with some of the previews included. Now, they're estimating a revised projection, so they've lowered it even further, $30 million for 3-day and $43 million for the 4-day weekend. Now, I will say this, it's not even a 4-day weekend for goodness sake, but whatever. I will say this, you've got to remember the Aquaman Lost Kingdom is apparently actually doing quite well in China, but I don't think this is going to save it, because you've got to remember Warner Brothers doesn't take much money from China. China, obviously, the CCP, takes a significant portion. It's not the same split as it is in the US. So US theatres is quite literally as close to, anyway, a 50-50 split. China, they will take 70-odd% of that. They leave the theatres with nothing. Very, very little. So this movie opening to around $43 million domestically. And we know as well, track record, trajectory for these films, generally speaking, it drops off a cliff the following weekend. And DC films have done this all throughout the year, right? You've got to remember that as well. So this isn't me just pulling out my arse and going, well, here's the potential. Yeah, this is probably what's going to happen. No, like we can look at it. Historical referencing of other movies that are in the exact same franchise, exact same company, exact same year. If it has $43 million this weekend, it's got a budget of $210 million reported. Let's be really conservative and give it $100 million for marketing. $300 million. It needs to earn over $600 million to break even. It's not going to do that. It's going to lose money for Warner Brothers. Massive amounts of money for Warner Brothers. So, yeah, huge failure. Industry projections are seeing a 23% drop-off, which is Friday to Saturday. Don't know what that's come in yet, actually. There's been no update. So there is that, and that is also Friday and Thursday, in fact. But they're thinking today will only take $10 million, which is not good. That's not good at all. So... Aquaman 2, it's going to bomb, basically. At the end of the day, it's going to bomb. And this will be this sort of whimper of the DCU ending now. Or the DCEU, whatever the fuck they called it. So Wonka is actually doing okay globally, to be fair. Still continuing on quite nice. So $6.5 million Friday, $7.8 million today, and reportedly looking to take about $18.8 million the whole weekend. Not good. That's not bad at all. Not that bad at all. It's crossed well over $100 million worldwide, so it's doing pretty well. It's going to take a little while to reach its break-even point and into profit, but it's still doing okay. I think Wonka will probably be the movie that comes out as the Christmas film this year and actually makes some profit for Warner Brothers. And then, the last but not least, Colour Purple. Colour Purple. Funnily enough, beat Friday to Monday Illumination's Migration. So the Colour Purple is expected to have a strong Monday with around $10 to $12 million. I think it's opening. Is that opening on Christmas? What? Why would you open it on Christmas? Okay, whatever. That's so strange. But Universal's Migration is doing pretty well. Pretty well. It's an unusual year this year. It seems that the studios are not backing up the exhibitors with good movies, and people are just checking out massively. And I also think the year itself, what's transpired during the year, has made it difficult to enjoy films. Your mind is on other things, and Christmas just came around really quick, and boom, it was here. But even Deadline says, when was the last time we saw one studio put 3 movies out at the same time over Christmas? I don't even think Disney has ever pulled that off. It's an interesting maneuver for the cash-strapped Warner Brothers Discovery, yet commendable. Exhibition sure isn't shrugging it. They sure don't see Aquaman 2 as a lump of coal. It is. With 3 features aimed at 3 different demos. It's a smart move on behalf of Warner Brothers, and also covers up for the lackluster finale of the Zack Snyder DC universe. Rather than draw attention to one movie, Warner's is telling circuits, we gave you 3 films. What made this distribution strategy possible is that Disney didn't have a big movie, nor did Paramount. Warner's will own this weekend, just by virtue of the fact that they're the only ones releasing movies. Oh dear. But who's actually going to go watch Aquaman now, right? So post-track audiences, we've got 69% positive, 50% definite recommend. Kids under 12, 87% positive, 62% must see right away. It's mostly guys showing up, which is surprising, and I think that also indicates why it's going to tank, because women aren't interested in frothing at the gash over Jason Momoa this year, whereas they were last time they released an Aquaman movie. So, like I said, guys showing up more, 63%, with a lot more than half the audience between 18 to 24. And the largest demo are 25 to 34-year-olds at 27%. So, and diversity demos, I don't really give a shit about the diversity. No one should care. But look, it is what it is. They do say that there's still, some women frothing at the gash over Jason Momoa. So, among women, the best grades for the sequel came from women under 25, 78%. But only 12% of them showed up. Which is a far cry from the original movie Exits, which knocked the ladies out. Read one woman over 25 enjoyed the one. That one at 84%. So women really liked it last time around. They're not really showing up this year for this movie. So, clear disconnect. And you got Amber Turd still in the movie as well. And they even say here, however, we hear Amber Turd didn't test well on the first film, which is why we're seeing less of her here. Yet maybe, or it could be the fact that, she went to court and it was hilarious and a dog stepped on a bee. So there you go. Some bombs, some hits. Who knows what's going to happen. But Aquaman 2's epic failure for Warner Brothers. Let me know what you think down below. Cheers guys. Take care. Bye bye now.